My name is Grace Thompson. I'm 27. I work at a bookstore. I rent the guest house behind my parents' mansion. And for 27 years, I've been the backup daughter. The call came on a Sunday afternoon. Mom's voice was singing through the phone. Your sister Rebecca just got promoted at her law firm. We're taking her to Paris for 10 days. The Ritz. 5-star everything. She DESERVES it. My stomach dropped. Paris. 10 days, family trip. I started to ask when I could pack when Mom laughed. Oh, honey, this is just for Rebecca. You know how stressful her job is. She needs this with just us. Just us, meaning not me. I swallowed hard. Oh, okay, that's really nice for her. Good, I'm happy for Rebecca. Mom's voice got softer. That fake soft. I knew you'd understand, Grace. You're always so easy about these things. Easy, that word has followed me my whole life. Let me tell you about easy. When I was 7, it was my birthday party. Mom promised we'd go to the zoo. I loved animals, talked about it for weeks. The morning of my birthday, Rebecca caught a cold, just a sniffle, nothing serious. Mom canceled my party. We stayed home and watched Rebecca sleep on the couch. Maybe next year, sweetie. You're so easy to please anyway. I never got that zoo trip. When I was 11, I made the honor roll for the first time. All A's, I was so proud. I brought the certificate home and showed Dad. He looked at it for 2 seconds. That's great, pumpkin. Then he turned to Rebecca. Did you finish that science project? Yours is due tomorrow. We need to get supplies. We spent 3 hours at the craft store for her project. My honor roll certificate ended up in a drawer. I found it years later, never framed. Never mentioned again. 15 years old, I auditioned for the school play, got the lead role. The director said I was a natural. Opening night was Friday at 7. I reminded Mom and Dad every single day that week. They PROMISED they'd be there. Front row seats. Friday came, I put on my costume, looked out from backstage, scanned the audience. Empty seats where my parents should have been. The show started. I performed my heart out. Smiled through every scene even though I wanted to cry. After the show, I checked my phone. One text from Mom. Rebecca's college interview got moved to tonight. Had to drive her. So sorry. You'll do the show again tomorrow, right? There was no show tomorrow. Opening night was the only night that mattered. I cried in the dressing room while everyone else celebrated with their families. 18, graduation day. I finished high school with good grades, not perfect like Rebecca, but good. I worked hard for them. The ceremony was on a Saturday morning. Big event, caps and gowns, the whole thing. Mom and Dad came, but they left right after my name was called. Rebecca had a college orientation, 3 hours away. They needed to drive her. Can't miss it, Grace, you understand. I stood in that parking lot in my graduation gown, alone. Watched all my friends take photos with their families. I took a selfie, just me, fake smile, posted it online. Nobody knew I was dying inside. Every single milestone in my life got erased by Rebecca's needs. Her schedule, her EMERGNCIES, her future. And I stayed quiet, because that's what easy daughters do. We don't make waves. We don't complain. We just disappear a little more each day until we're GHOSDS in our own family. But that phone call about Paris, that was the moment I stopped being easy. I hung up and sat in my tiny guest house, the one I pay rent for, $800 a month to my own parents, for a place that's falling apart. I asked Dad to fix the heater last winter. He said he'd get to it. Never did. Too busy helping Rebecca move into her new condo. I froze through January. I opened my laptop, started searching. Jobs in Denver, jobs in Austin, jobs anywhere that wasn't this place where I didn't exist. My phone lit up. Rebecca texted, OMG Grace, Paris, can you believe it? Mom wants to get me a whole new wardrobe for the trip. So excited. I stared at that text. She had no clue. None. In her world, everything was normal. She got trips. She got attention. She got everything, and that was just how life worked. Did she ever wonder why I never got those things? Probably not. You don't question the sun for shining on you. I called my friend Jessica. She moved to Austin 2 years ago, works at a publishing company, loves it there. Grace, she answered, what's wrong? I can hear it in your voice. I told her everything, the Paris trip, the years of being forgotten, how I was done. She didn't even hesitate. Move here, I'm serious. My company is hearing, you'd be perfect. Send me your resume tonight. I did, right then. Hit send before I could chicken out. 3 days later, I had a phone interview. They asked about my experience, my ideas, what I WANTD from a job. Nobody asked about Rebecca. Nobody compared me to anyone. At the end, the manager said, we'd love to have you on the team. Can you start in a month? I said yes so fast, I almost dropped my phone. That night, I had dinner with my family. Mom was glowing, showed me pictures of Paris hotels, the Eiffel Tower, fancy restaurants, all for Rebecca. Dad nodded along, asked Rebecca what she wanted to see most. Nobody asked me about my day. Nobody noticed I'd barely eaten. Mom looked at me finally. Oh, Grace, can you house sit while we're gone? Water the plants. Get the mail, you're so good at that stuff. I smiled, my last fake smile for them. Sure, Mom, whatever you need. Rebecca grinned. You're the best sister, seriously. The best sister, the invisible sister, same thing to them. I spent the next 3 weeks packing in secret, one box at a time. My books, my clothes, my grandmother's old record player. The only thing in that house I actually cared about. I deep cleaned the guest house, made it spotless, better than it ever was when I lived there. On my kitchen counter, I left a white envelope. Inside was a letter. I didn't yell on paper, didn't call them NAMES. I just told the truth. I'm moving to Austin. I got a job. I need to live somewhere I'm not a ghost. I need a life that's mine. I left my house key on top. The morning they left for the airport, I was already gone. Packed my car at 5 a.m., drove away in the dark. Watched their house disappear in my rearview mirror. By the time their plane touched down in Paris, I was halfway to Texas. Austin hit me like a wall of heat. Bright sun, live music everywhere. People who smiled at strangers. Jessica met me at a taco place with the biggest hug. You really did it, she said. I'm so proud of you. Proud? Nobody had said that to me in YEARS. My new apartment was small, but it had big windows and plants on the balcony. I unpacked grandmother's record player first, put on an old jazz record, stood there listening, breathing. For the first time in my life, I felt like I could actually breathe. I didn't turn on my phone for 4 whole days, just lived. Started my new job, met my coworkers, explored the city, ate breakfast tacos, watched bats fly out from under a bridge at sunset. When I finally checked my phone, there were 91 notifications. Texts, calls, voicemails, emails. Mom's first voicemail was panic. Grace, where are you? We came home and you're gone. What happened? Her second one was angry. This is completely ridiculous. You left a note. Like we're strangers. Call me right now. Third one was sad. I don't understand what we did wrong. Please just talk to us. We're your family. Dad left 3 voicemails. All the same. Grace, call your mother. She's very upset. This isn't like you. Not like me, because I'd always been easy. Rebecca sent 5 texts. Are you okay? Mom is freaking out. What happened? Did we do something? Please answer. I stared at those messages for a long time. Part of me wanted to ignore them forever, but another part, the part that still had a tiny bit of hope, needed to say my piece. I texted the family group chat. One message, I'm safe, I'm in Austin, I have a job, I'm building a life, I need time. My phone exploded, calls, texts back to back. I turned it off, went to work, focused on MY life. 2 weeks went by, I made friends, had dinner parties, laughed more than I had in a decade. My coworkers actually listened when I talked, asked my opinion, valued my ideas. I mattered here, for the first time ever. Then one Saturday night, I finally called Mom back. She answered before the first ring finished. Grace, oh thank God, I've been so worried. I'm fine, I said. Fine, you just left, without warning. Do you know what that did to us? I took a breath. Do you know what it did to me, growing up invisible? What are you talking about? Mom, I said, every single important moment in my life, you weren't there. You were with REBCCA. That's not true. It is true. My birthday party, my honor roll, my play, my graduation. Every time Rebecca came first. Silence, long silence. I kept going, and I'm not mad at Rebecca. She didn't do this. But you did, Mom. You and Dad. You made me feel like I didn't matter, like I was just the easy one who didn't need anything. Her voice cracked. I never meant. But you did, and I can't keep waiting for you to see me. I'm 27 years old. I'm done waiting. She started crying. Really crying. I'm sorry, Grace. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Now you do. We talked for an hour. She apologized. Dad got on the phone. Apologized too. Rebecca sent a long text later. Said she never realized that she was sorry, that she loved me. It wasn't perfect. Didn't fix everything, but it was something. They told me I'd understand when I was older. Turns out I understood the whole time. I just had to stop waiting for permission to matter. Now I live in Austin, work at a job that values me, wake up every day and choose myself first. And that's not selfish, that's called freedom. If you're the forgotten one, the easy one, the backup plan, leave, build your own life. You deserve to be somebody's first choice, even if it's just your own. I'm Grace Thompson, I'm 27 years old, and I finally matter. This is Revenge Voice, and that's my story.